Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be cutting and cabbing a couple stones with cat names. First is a cheetah stone, and the second is a tiger's eye. Had this one for a couple months now, and my wife's been bugging me for a while to make her a cab of it. So I thought it was about time. Gotta do what the wife says. Alright, well, let's get to it. Alright, well, I'm going to start out with the tiger's eye. I was noticing that when viewed straight on, this side is more dark and this is more gold. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cut off of this, both sides, and do a cab on each to see how they turn out. Alright. Alright, well that was pretty easy to cut through. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not liking it all that well with the darker brown. I think the gold's going to look better. But, I guess, yeah. Still going to make a cab out of it. But, I think the other side will work better. So let's go and, we'll go ahead and cut off a slice there for this side. Once again, that was pretty easy to cut through. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, that's the better side for sure. A lot more gold. Definitely flashing. Get some sun on that now. Alright, well, yeah, I think this one might be interesting. Cabbed up, we'll see. But I do think that one's probably going to turn out the better of the two. Alright, well, since I got it here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up the rest. Get a couple more slabs out of it. So I'm just going to point out, be really careful when cutting this and moving the chips around. It can be quite sharp. It got me. A little blood, but not too bad. It does sting. But I think they turned out all right. Alright, I did go inside and clean it up. Just a little, just a little dot. It's all good. Alright, well next up is the Cheetah stone. This one I think is going to be a little bit harder to cut through. And since this side's all wavy like, I'm going to go ahead and just take a cut off of this side first. And then I'll work my way in until I find a piece I like. Alright, well that definitely was harder to cut through. It looks pretty neat, but I did a horrible job cutting. I think I'm gonna have to. It is pretty cool looking. Alright. To get a better cut, I think what I'm going to have to do is cut off this chunky bit right here. That way I get a nice flat surface to cut further in. Well, how does it look? It's pretty neat looking, actually. There's a fracture running through there. Alright, well, seeing as this one's a bit harder and my blade wasn't cutting it through it very easily, I went ahead and switched it out for my thicker, heavier duty blade. Didn't really want to because I didn't want to lose as much material, but this should make it a bit easier. Alright, well this blade definitely did cut it a lot easier, but it did eat up a bunch of material and broke a bit off. But that one does look pretty nice. Let's see what this side looks like. That is really pretty in my opinion. Alright, well, I really do like this material, and I don't want to be wasteful by cutting any more with this thicker blade. It's just eating it up. So I'm going to hold off cutting any more, but this, I can use this piece. I did cut it thick enough, so I'll be able to get some cabs out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the tiger's eye, figure out what shapes I want to do, and I'll come back and trim them out, and then we'll head inside to do some cabbing. Alright, it's time for a corny rock joke that I found off the internet. What do you call a rock that complains? A whiny stone. I don't really get that one. Well, you might be able to tell I'm starting to run low on rock jokes that I can find on the internet. And I really don't want to start telling jokes about geologists. I don't need them getting mad at me. So, I was thinking, if you have a rock joke, good or bad, go ahead and leave it in a comment. And if I like it or if I think it's just really bad, I might use it in a future video and shout you out. Would appreciate all the help. All right. All right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a big round one on the darker tiger's eye. A weird little four-sided shape. And then for the cheetah stone, I'm gonna try doing a. I gotta clean it up some more, but I'm gonna try doing like a little pentagon shape. See how it turns out. And if it doesn't turn out, I gotta back up round one. Alright, well now that I'm inside, I'm gonna go ahead and finish shaping these up on the grinding wheels here. I'm gonna start with the tiger's eye and then finish up with the cheetah stone. Alright, well now I'm going to go ahead and dop these up off screen because that's boring. And then I'll come back and start cabbing them. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start cabbing this one. And we'll see how it turns out. Alright, well next up is this one here. Alright, well at this time I realized that there is a bit of a fracture in here and bits were chunking off. So it don't look really good. I thought about waiting and coming back later to, clean it up, but since it stopped up, I'm gonna go ahead and grind this side off and just make a different shape and clean it up. So I'll go back and do that. Alright, next up is the Cheetah stone. Alright, well here they are together. I do really liked how they turned out, even though I had to reshape this one. I think the shape turned out pretty neat, and I do enjoy the gold play in it. As far as cutting it where the brown side showed more, I think it turned out pretty cool with the gold lines and the darker brown contrast. As far as the Cheetah stone goes, it's pretty neat, but I will have to say the Tiger's Eye is more my favorite of this group. But if you liked what you've seen, please hit that like button, and if you want to, feel free to subscribe. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.